I'm Sue Turson, and these are the headlines on Al Jazeera. Millions of Syrian refugees are facing the misery of another freezing winter. Many of them have been living in tents for more than a year, and they're dreading the harsh conditions that are fast approaching. Imran Khan is in the Kawagosk refugee camp in northern Iraq and filed this report.
Well, if you speak to people from the UN here, they'll say they're about 90% ready. But let me just show you around one of the tents that's typical of the kind of accommodation that you find here. Now, take a look at this. The people here are trying to make this as homely as possible. They've built this little kind of rock garden. If we see inside there, you'll see that's the kind of accommodation that we're talking about. They've put rugs down. There's a room at the back there where they're using to wash up. There's a washing machine there because there is some electricity. But in terms of actually making this bearable for the winter, there's a few things that they are doing. One of the things is they're putting on this plastic sheeting that allows the really heavy rain to come down and into this drainage system and goes over there and out into the camp itself.
Riot police in Ukraine have broken up a mass anti-government demonstration in the capital, Kiev. Police used batons to disperse the crowd, injuring dozens of people. Anti-government protests in Thailand have entered their 7th day. The leader of the protest movement has called on supporters to step up their campaign. Supporters of the Prime Minister are rallying as well. Scott Heidler is at Democracy Monument in the capital Bangkok, where the anti-government protesters are camped out.
Just like the previous 6 days, teams and columns of protesters from the anti-government movement have been dispatched across Bangkok, focusing on a government complex north of the city. And just next to it, there's a special investigations division for the police department. That was targeted. They got into the compound, but they didn't enter the building itself. They then went on to telecommunications companies owned by the government. Now, there's a new tactic that came alight on Friday, and that was a small letter campaign. Protesters went into the Royal Thai Army headquarters, presented a letter to the head general.
You can find the latest on all those stories and more at aljazeera.com.